What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Nightma.
This is not
Not
another
another
damn
damn
podcast.
podcast.
Presented by
Our damn selves.
ourselves. 271, kid.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Had an interesting weekend.
Okay. I feel
So this is like the wildest shit that like I've ever seen as far as like recent stuff in my adult life.
What's up?
So we went to, this is not the wild part, but this weekend, a friend of ours was a surprise birthday party for one of our friends, and it was very nice. Her husband got her good. So happy birthday again to Adelia. So yay, very nice birthday party. Got her good, so she had no idea. But prior to her birthday,
getting it in, her and the good brother John.
And John, yes. So prior to us going, like Marcus wanted to grab a bite. So then we stopped over to a spot. You know, he was grabbing a bite. You know, we were walking around. And then we went to go back to pick up the food. We just didn't want to wait inside the place. And then we were going back to pick up the food. And then we hear like some commotion. Mm-hmm. We see a person running, and then they're like, they took my car. We're like, what just happened? And then we see a girl with her phone recording. And this is what happened. Like, I think that the guy was an Uber Eats person or something like that, or whatever. He left his car running, keys in the ignition, and like he went into the place to get the food, and the person was watching him. And as soon as like he got out, and then when he was like, then the person went in and just jumped right in his car and pulled off.
Well, that's on him. He left the keys in there.
And that's what everybody was just like, you left the keys in the ignition. Do you know where you're at? Like, do you know what street you're like? You left the keys in the ignition, just your car is running.
That's all you.
And then what made it worse, because like after he was like, they took my car, and like he was trying to run and catch the car, because like the person, he was trying to run and catch it. And then somebody yelled out, "You ain't gonna catch him, run with them flip-flops on." And me and Marcus was just like, because the way they just said, you ain't gonna catch him, run with them flip-flops.
They got a point about them damn flip-flops.
And we were like, because I mean, we didn't want to laugh, but it's like,
I would have laughed up. Wow.
But you know, like the person saying that, I know. Like,
oh,
like what the hell?
I said my bad. That's what I would have.
That was the wildest shit that like I've ever like. I've never seen nothing like that. So to see that play out and just, but I mean, sorry for the guy, your car that got lifted out there. I'm sorry. I hope that he finds his car. I hope that the police find it. I hope that he gets his car back. I hope. Unstripped, hopefully. I hope he does, but let that be a lesson, people. So the point of this whole message is, don't leave your keys in the ignition. Do not leave your car running. Even if you think, oh, I'm just running in just to grab it. No, turn off, lock your car, do all your stuff, do what you need to do. Don't leave your shit running. Don't do it.
You shut the shit off, man.
Right. That just made me like, that was just so like, I've never seen anything like that. Like, that was just like, oh my God, like this, like that's wild as hell. Wild as hell. Like, it was like no weapon. Like, he just like caught him slipping and just jumped right in and took off. Just, yeah, like, wow. So that's how my weekend started. Then, like I said, I went to like the surprise party. So that was really nice doing that. But leading up to that, like the craziness, but the party was good. Always good being with longtime friends and stuff like that. So feeling good.
Feeling good, Ema.
Hey, we need to get some of that mojo to like, I want to be on a yacht one day and just be sipping, not working on a yacht.
Speaking of yachts, we were out. Me and the lady went out to the lakefront today. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, little downtown summertime shy. You know how it is.
And it was a good day too, because it was very hot today. It was very hot.
Went a little bit later, so it wasn't as hot. So
Yeah, because it did get better.
it was too hot in the middle of the day. So as like dusk started settling in, we said, okay, let's go get us a little summertime shy. Went down, enjoyed Buckingham Fountain, or as like the a tourist I saw said the Al Bundy
The Al
Fountain.
Bundy.
They call it Al Bundy. Let's rock. So yeah, definitely enjoyed some summertime shy. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful. Yeah.
Just feels good just to get out and just explore your city. Carefully though, like I said, explore it carefully.
Let's get into it. Guess who didn't have a good time in the same area, as a matter of fact. Summertime shy. A week ago, as we record this, right by Buckingham Fountain. You know what was going on down there about a week ago?
Lollapalooza, right? Yeah, Lala.
And videos gone viral now of Lil Durk during his performance. Pyro went off in the brother's face. Yeah. But guess what? He's a true Chicago and he finished the performance. Yeah.
One thing about Chicago, we strong. We strong. Like we dedicated. We strong people.
Of course, the very next day he posted on the gram his face all bandaged up, saying, I'm not gonna be performing anytime soon. I'm recovering from the incident that happened last night at Lollapalooza. Yeah. But
please, not serious. I hope it's not serious.
That's all he posted. He didn't give any more details. He posted a pic and said that he's gotta take some time to get myself right. He said so.
Because with eyes, it's like you could, it could be loss of sight, or even not if it's not complete loss, like you might have partial, like vision issues. So I hope that he's okay. I really
like if it's not loss of sight, it could be like you might have a lazy eye now, or like you cock eye, like that happens. Is like with anything that happens in that region. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he is okay.
But that had to be like
one of ours,
like the mountain to go from the mountaintop to just like crumble. That like it shows you how fast it could happen. He was elated, like I'm performing, I'm headlining Lollapalooza in my hometown.
Yeah, in my hometown.
Like especially if you know where Dirt came from, like he grinded to get where he was at. Yeah.
Like he probably was in his bedroom. On like his mic, like with his, like pretend like, I'm gonna be doing, you know what I mean? Like pretending he was rapping.
From the hill, he couldn't even afford tickets to Lollapalooza.
Because Lala is super expensive.
Now you're headlining the shit. Like he probably was like, like I didn't made it. And then that incident happened right right there. Like, it was. I legit felt bad for the homie.
We want to send the positive vibes, and we want to get well soon. Get well soon.
Recovery as well too.
We want to send those positive vibes. You're going to be all right. We want to send them positive vibes to him.
Get you back on that stage, like when you're healthy again, though.
Yes, because he's one of ours. Like I said, Chicago, we stand up for each other. We will stand up and support one another. We will.
Yeah.
So hopefully, he will be better and everything. But
let's stay in the music genre. We have more details about how we ended last week's podcast. We'll start it off this week's podcast, how we ended. Where we talked about Renaissance, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Touched on the Khalees story. I didn't have all the details at the time, but we got way more details now. So we're gonna tie a little bow into that with the whole Khalees thing. Energy, was that the song? I still don't know.
Yes, Energy. Yeah, it was Energy.
Energy was the song that the controversial song that was out there with Khalees said Khalees history repeated itself. Khalees pulled it Etta James basically stealing my shit. It's like except Etta James said she wanted to beat her ass. That's the difference and shit. Which she was like she died the next day, so she wasn't beating.
Stop.
She died later that year, I believe, but
stealing my shit.
So Khalees basically did the same thing, and just like Etta James, yeah, that's your most famous record, but apparently Khalees didn't even write the record, just like Etta James didn't write At Last back in the day.
It was Pharrell and
Chad are listed.
Neptunes, the Neptunes
credited, yeah. And like I believe Beyonce originally credited Kelis. I didn't have time to look it up because when I looked on mine, I didn't see it. So maybe that's when she had already decided to.
Yeah, that was like she removed it. Yeah,
she already removed it by the time we were recording last week. Mm-hmm. The album dropped Friday. We recorded that Sunday. So even by Sunday, Beyonce probably had already dropped that part.
Yeah, because she's like, you know what? I ain't got time for this.
Because she did everything the right way. She interpolation is like, which is like basically like, it's not a sample. It's like if we sing the song, that's an interpolation. If we sing a song, la 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 la, that's an interpolation. We didn't actually sample it. We just re-sang the shit ourselves. But it's still the song. The original songwriter still would get credited for that. Yeah,
it gets credit because interpolation is like it's my interpretation basically of like basically that's kind of what it is. Like we hear a lot of rappers and stuff and singers like reference other, like if somebody said, because I don't think you ready, fuck this jelly. Like if somebody said that, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing, then it's not a sample, but
it's just like A Boogie with the Hoodie. He got the song when he's it's an interpolation of Michael Jackson's "You Rock My World." Tonight, I never see this time. No, he's singing a verse like that. It's like
yeah.
That's an interpolation. That's what that is. It's like he didn't sample Mike's record from Invincible, but he sang the verse like Michael Jackson
similar,
did.
Yeah, so it's
So Michael Jackson would have gotten or the MJ estate would have gotten a writing credit for that.
Yeah. Now it wasn't like whatchamacallit. Like now he just stole Rick James, MC Hammer. Like that was super free.
That's different era, like the 90s. That's the early days of hip hop. Cats did that. Like hip hop kind of is what changed the music business. Because cats would just use somebody's shit. Like Hammer did it, and then like
Vanilla Ice.
He took it, and then the Hammer. Vanilla Ice ripped off a whole nother songwriter. And he sampled direct. Vanilla Ice did a lot, basically. Yeah. Took the Queen with the beat, that was Queen's. And then he didn't even write the verse. Like the black dude wrote the verse for that shit. And that's why Suge Knight hung him.
That's why Suge come out window. We know what happened. He
hung Suge's homie and shit, basically, that wrote Ice Ice Baby. So, and so he basically said, hey. They took him up there and said, hey, you saw live R&B's.
I should have had a diaper on. Then he said, oh, I never said that.
First of all, Suge Knight never hung me from the balcony.
Yes, he did. He hung you out the balcony. We know it happened. We know it did. It happened.
That Ice Ice Baby, a lot happened there. It was part Can't Touch This and part Milli Vanilli. That's what that was. Like basically, it was like,
girl, you know it.
They took it next level. They didn't even sing the fucking record. They were like on a whole nother level. Their bullshittery was like on top shelf bullshit.
I know. Have you seen the meme where they said Milli Vanilli looking at people getting rich off of TikTok with singing songs?
Oh, yeah, we're ahead of their time. Yeah.
Is it Milli Vanilli looking like?
Ahead of their time. But getting back to Kelis is like, and then Beyonce, she did interpolation, and then cleared it with the original songwriters, which is like technically it's Chad and Pharrell. It's like Kelis, if she did write it, like how's that Beyonce's fault? Like Beyonce, she did her part business wise. Okay, I'm gonna use this sample. Or like I'm gonna use this part of this song, and then I'm gonna credit the original writer. It's like, yeah, that's what she did.
And literally, if you did this, you missed it. Literally, if you did that, if you blinked, you missed it. Literally, it was a quick, like you had to la 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 la. You had to. It was really fast. It wasn't like it was. Hey, like I would have never noticed that was Kelis Milkshake. I never would have noticed that. Me personally, I wouldn't have. But now it's gone, so
yeah. Now she just took that whole part out, and so just said, "I'm done with it," which is like, yeah, fuck it. Like you said, it was a part that wasn't even that important. She said, "No, what? Just get rid of that shit."
Yeah, Beyonce is she's a businesswoman, and she,
look who she's married to.
Yeah, she's married to. Look at her husband.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Like I mean, she ain't got time for games. So somebody is like trying to, oh, you did.
They might have been even want to say, yo, B, get rid of that shit. Fuck that. It's too much trouble. Holla at your boy. Yo, B, get rid of that whole part. Like he might have been the one that told her to get rid of this shit.
She seems like Beyonce seems like, okay, I'm not. I ain't got time
with all that bullshit. Holla at your boy. You probably just told her to get rid of that shit.
It didn't even have to come down to that, but I mean, we know that Khalees has unresolved issues about
it's been like
the whole music thing.
Khalees she's kind of over because I get it because
she's been very transparent about
she signed a shitty deal with the Neptunes back in the
about
day.
Getting screwed. Basically, she's been very transparent about that, about being screwed by the music industry because. That deal that she signed,
particularly Chad and Pharrell. It's like
that deal that she signed,
particularly those dudes, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. That's who most of her beef is with, like those two dudes.
Because she was looking like New Edition's mama, basically. That's how her deal was looking like that.
New Edition / those ruthless deals that Dre and Ren and them signed.
TLC, that Pebbles.
That Cube didn't sign, by the way.
That Pebbles deal that TLC signed was doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
That deal was doo-doo. It was too.
LaFace deal, which they were notorious because Tony Braxton's deal sucked with them too. LaFace was just notorious for giving out shitty record deals.
Read your contract.
Which is why they're no more.
Read your contracts. Hire a lawyer who actually specializes in that type of law and read your contracts thoroughly.
Shout out Xavier Pope, who specializes.
Entertainment. Get you an entertainment. You have to get someone who knows what the hell they're doing.
Or even better, go indie and shit. Don't even sign with those fucks to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of people do indie,
especially now.
That war,
like you said, with TikTok and SoundCloud is like, there's so many ways to get your music out now. You don't even got to do the Soldier at War / Ludacris route. It's so many ways to get
the fact that they did that in the 90s. They sold some records. They sold a lot.
Soldier at War. We used to see him on 79th and Stony Island.
Stony Island right there in South Chicago. Yeah.
99th and Halsted. Like you see him at the different spots.
Crossing the intersection by the Skyway.
Yeah. Yep. And then Ludacris did his like that too. And in the 80s.
So you got to sell $7 a pop. So 50,000 times 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So especially now with the internet, why would you even sign with a
SoundCloud? Yeah, you got all the
You hustle, you can get your shit out there like nowadays. But Khalees, this is a long time ago. She dropped
in 1999.
Yeah, that first.
Yeah, over 20 years ago. Kaleidoscope. That was a good album too. Kaleidoscope was good. I like Kaleidoscope.
Unfortunately, she ain't getting no money for it, but or barely got any money for the shit. But
well, I'm gonna have to quote her right now. I hate you so much right now. I have to quote her on that. So that's how I'm sure how she's feeling about Pharrell and Chad and them. But I get where she's coming from.
What the people like coming after her, like on both sides, it was kind of silly and shit here. Because like we know how that Beehive can be, but on the flip side is like the bee haters are just as bad.
Yeah, both of them is annoying. Both sides be annoying. They do.
It's like, well, she owed her that. Like, what if she owe Khalees didn't write the song? Is like, or they technically, if she wrote it, she's not credited as the writer. Like, maybe she did write it. Maybe like they did like lie to her. They took her. But as far as like on people legally. The writers of that song are Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. Legally, that's the writers. So, like, if Beyonce clears it, gets permission from them to do shit, she don't got to say shit to Khalees.
Right.
It's like that legal. I'm talking from a legal standpoint.
Legal standpoint. If she wants to say, "Hey, good looking out, girl. Hey, girl," she wants to do that. Then that's on her if she wants to do that. But
I saw a lot of people on the other side saying, like, oh, it's not like Khalees is hard up for money. Like, I don't think the Beyonce thing was about money. It felt like some clout chasing shit to me. It felt a little because, like I said, like, why not go after them other two dudes or something? Like, they the ones that ripped you off. Like, if Beyonce cleared the sample with them, is like, why does she have to personally call you and say, "Hey, I'm using this song"? Like, no, you cleared it with the songwriters. That's all you need to do with shit. Same like the Etta James record back in the day. For those that don't know, the Cadillac Records, which is based on Chess Records, Beyonce played Etta James in that, and she re-recorded At Last, which Etta James made the most famous version of. But Etta James not only did not write the song, she didn't even make the original version.
Right.
Like her version came out like I think 20 years after the song was written or something like that. It was like if you still like if Luther complained about a house is not a home, it's like that. Somebody it's like you didn't write or even originally record this shit. It's like you made the most famous version of it, but like Burt Bacharach wrote the song.
Did Dionne Warwick do it first?
Dionne Warwick.
There you go. See, did she do it first? Yeah. See,
Dionne Warwick was the original version. Burt Bacharach was the one who wrote the shit. It's like it's like if Luther was complaining about somebody using the house, saying saying are you gonna be well Kanye sampled, but that's different. But let's say if Kanye sang the shit and then he got mad at him for singing that line. It's
I can't imagine Kanye trying to sing that.
Kanye now would sing the shit because Kanye be singing.
Back then he didn't do it.
Kanye be singing this
But the lesson here is like a lot of times before you act with this and just spit with this, like let me look at the whole situation. Let me get because a lot of stuff.
What I saw, a lot of people
avoided. A lot of things can be avoided.
A lot of people posted that too. Like that's another meme that was posted. Okay, like you signed a shitty deal with Pharrell and Chad back in the day, but it's like if you had not said anything, like Beyonce was like you didn't get credit for the record. She was giving you some credit. Now, if she put a songwriting credit for a song you didn't write, that means that you would have gotten something for that record. Yeah, that you did nothing for back in the day. But then when you acted in us, so it's okay, fuck you then.
You cut your nose to spite your face, basically. Yeah.
It's like,
and that's what happened.
So I'm trying to get. That's like if it's like somebody giving you a reparations check and you tearing it up. It's just something like it's something that you were wronged in the past. It's trying to write it now and you tear the shit up. It's like that. It's like
to the hoteps. You done some hoteps probably would. Yeah, I don't need this.
Like reparations check. It's like we trying to right the wrong from back in the day. You got a fucking shitty deal back in the day. I'm trying to write it now and shit. But since you're an asshole, okay, guess what? You're not getting shit now. So even if it's not about the money, it's like it's just. And it probably is not what Khalees is probably more about the
principal thing because it seems like Khalees
like they ripped me off. It's like
like she lives a good life because she's moved into like the whole holistic type of thing because like she has a farm and she actually does everything on a farm, and then she's like became a chef, so like she has like a cook, but she's like really like just changed it up with everything. She's like living a quiet life. Mm-hmm. I mean, she recently lost her husband, which was sad. Her husband recently passed away.
Last year or this year, I don't remember. Either last year or this year, I don't remember.
Yeah, so that was...
Her husband died of cancer.
Cancer, yeah, he had cancer. Yeah, so that's really sad that she's grieving her husband still. So, yeah, but hopefully she can find some peace. Like, I hope that lady can find some peace because a lot of times when people are just so angry and just like I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad. You're never gonna find peace.
Right now,
you're never gonna find peace. You're never. So you gotta let things. You gotta lift that. Like how you feel. You gotta lift that negative. Like lift that negative energy. Lift it. Like pun intended. Lift that energy. Lift that negative energy. Lift it from you. Lift it. You gotta push it out.
And the more I think of it, maybe
positive.
Pharrell and Chad might be the true writers of that song because I remember hearing back in the day, and I just saw somebody else recently mention this that that song was originally made for Britney Spears. And I'm like, it sounds like a Britney Spears record when you think about it. My milkshake brings all the boys. See, it sounds like a Britney Spears record, especially from that era and shit.
Because you can hear Britney, because Britney would Britney would do all that type of stuff.
Turned it down, and so they gave it to Khalees. Like, and I think about it, I'm like. That's probably true. It's like they probably did write this.
I could definitely hear Britney because like the raspy, I could definitely hear Britney singing.
I remember hearing that year back then when it originally came out, and then when I saw somebody else posted it, like she didn't write it. The Neptunes wrote it for Britney Spears, but Britney turned it. I'm like, Britney, it probably was written for them. More I think about it. Mm-hmm. I remember hearing that story years ago, and then you listen to the record.
Think about what's out there. That I'm a slave.
Sounds like
that was out during that era.
Which also the Neptunes. Like, so like it sounds.
That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm a slave for you. Because that was a good Neptunes beat. That was.
Maybe that's why she turned it down. She's like, okay, like I only need one Neptunes record.
Yeah, I don't want it because some people don't want to just
because
like.
Some people have the Neptunes have had a certain sound. They say all my records just sound the same. Yeah, I'm a slave. She listened to Milk say it sounds too much like I'm a slave. That's probably why she turned it down. It sounds too much like the other record. Is probably what. But Khalees said, "I'll take it." That's what. It ended up being her biggest hit. So that's. But
like I said, I'm just like Khalees, lift because I mean we're all adults here. Like I said, Khalees is like my age. Like I mean we're all adults here. She's a mom. So we're all adults. We have kids. Like we have other, you know what I mean? It's like when you get past when you get past 40, you get past 40 and you're a wife, a mother, you got bigger shit on your plate.
Living good is like
you got bigger shit on your plate.
Especially if you're living good now. Like I said, she seems like she's not hurting for money. It's just let all that pain and shit go.
Yeah, you gotta push it out.
It's like these 2 days they screwed you back in the day, but yeah, it's like
do this. Push it out. Push out the negativity. That's what I would say to her.
Well, since we talking, I mentioned we're not new with this. I mentioned Britney Spears. Let's talk about another Britney Griner.
Oh, yeah.
9.5 years for some weed pens.
For 0.7 or whatever grams, right? Or something. It was like a small amount. The thing that I keep on saying, the lesson that you learn here is, I guess I just keep on saying the lesson. So the lesson learned here is,
I got my lesson.
American rules do not translate across the globe.
I was gonna go you one. I was gonna say
that's just American. They do.
Same vote. I'm gonna use a more famous phrase like, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Russia, do what the Russians." So yeah, you can't like if weed is illegal where you at. Guess what? Don't have weed on you.
like a little bit off topic, but not with the Russians. A little off topic, but not really. Like if you go in like Dubai, it's like a beautiful.
Dubai is highly. You probably get 10 years there.
So Dubai is a beautiful destination that everybody wants to go to, but Dubai being very Islamic, you cannot go in there wearing a thong bikini. You cannot do that in Dubai. You can't like if you wore a thong bikini here, you could do it here in Miami, but you try to do that in Dubai. That ain't flying in Dubai. It's just not.
Another place you can't smoke weed is Dubai.
It's just not. So
we'll get you a 10 years there, just like Russia. But so it's getting real itch because now everybody is saying like everybody on this side. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people it's like the free Britney. That's like the movement now. It's like, but on the flip side, if you get like because we didn't talk about this last week because after Bill Russell died, it kind of
because that was breaking news.
Breaking news as we recorded.
Yeah.
Before he popped up, I'm like, the OG died. Yeah.
Legend, yeah.
The NBA original superstar. The NBA has the first star. The NBA, the first face of the league was Russell. Yeah.
11 rings, one for each finger, and an extra one. 11 rings.
8 in a row, kid.
Yeah.
Record that'll probably never be broken. Cats can hardly three-peat nowadays.
The one who was so bad that I saw a quote. I said, I know I'm going a little bit, but I saw a quote that they had of Michael Jordan, and they had Michael Jordan and Bill Russell together. And then the quote says, Michael says to Bill, "We coming for your record." And then Bill replies, "Which one?" He said, "Which one?" to Mike. Which one? Because when the Bulls were like hot shit, because in the 90s, Bulls were hot shit. So we was like, okay, yeah, we gonna come for that. We coming for yours now. Which one? King shit. That's king shit right there. You can't even.
Yeah, as they say,
mic
drop. Well,
but Britney, he was like
they talking about because I don't know if this was actually out there, but what they're saying the negotiation is like a possible trade, which
Yes,
happens
swap,
all the
yeah,
time in sports. But this would definitely be the biggest trade in WNBA history. But because Brittany Griner, along with Paul Whelan, just throw him in there. Like, we're gonna talk about him in a second. For this guy, Victor Bout. Have you looked at this guy? Like, have you?
I have not. I have no idea
anything about this guy. Because
I have no idea who he is.
I didn't know who he was. But the more I read about him,
oh God.
don't let that dude back on the street and shit. The more I read him, like,
so who is this Victor Bout guy?
His nickname is the Merchant of Death and shit. He's like this famous Russian arms dealer and shit.
I'm sorry.
The Merchant of Death and shit. Yeah.
That sounds like the bad guy on like a video game.
I'm about to say, it sounds like a G.I. Joe villain.
It sounds like a video game bad guy where you're leading up to the you like lead up to the person and then it's like.
Speaking of G.I. Joe, I just thought about who he was. You know, all my G.I. Joe nerds are gonna like this one. He's basically Destro from G.I. Joe. He was like basically the main weapon supplier for Cobra. So you gonna let this dude back out? It's like this dude is like, he's like a famous Russian arms dealer. He's like supplied like weapons all over the world to like in the Middle East. And like this dude is a fucked up dude.
What?
Yeah, he's the Merchant of Death is what they call it.
Like,
I'd never heard of him until the Brittany Griner story.
The Merchant of Death.
I was like, yeah, like I don't know. Now I see why they hesitate to like do it. You're like, yeah, bring her home, like, but is it really to let this motherfucker back out, unleash him back onto the world and shit? Because they have been chasing him for years. They finally caught them
already. Like shit, we still dealing with coronavirus, and now we got monkeypox. Like we dealing with enough. Like we don't need those troubles. We don't need
like gas prices, food
and
prices.
Ukraine and Russia still have their.
Yeah, Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, so you're gonna let the Merchant of Death send him back to Russia during this Russian war and shit? Yeah.
No.
You're gonna send him back over there and shit? Yeah.
No should be the answer. No. I mean, I'm sorry, Brittany. It's unfortunate what happened. I'm very sorry that happened to her, but
it's not worth it. And
I'm very sorry it happened to her. But
what I'm saying, I don't think it's worth it to like do for that. When I looked up this dude, I'm like, yeah, like
it's consequences to actions, unfortunately. And sometimes it's like people will go overboard. People will go overboard.
Maybe she
to make an example.
I'm hoping she eventually pleads out. It's like pleads lower. Yeah. Like, yeah, maybe she won't do the whole 9 years.
Sometimes people go overboard.
A year or two, and then she's back. I don't know. Yeah.
We know people will go overboard to prove a point, to make an example. Could we see that happen?
Now we know why they did this shit.
So we see that happen.
They want that Merchant of Death. That's why they did this.
To make an example, they do that.
That's why they gave her this high ass. Like, okay, yeah, you want her back? Give us that motherfucker.
Because I have to quote Dave Chappelle from Half Baked for some weed. Like, because it's like for some weed. And it was like a small amount of weed. It wasn't a lot of. I mean,
like if you pushing weight, even here, like now, like
some weed,
you got a large amount. Who we gonna talk about got busted with a large amount? An NBA player we're gonna talk about in a second. You know who I'm talking about? Chi-Town, not Chi-Town's finest, but yeah,
one of ours.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about. He got caught with a large amount. She got because like. Shout out to all my fans of the Chi too. Like
drop that ass.
He's on the current season of the Chi. The guy I'm talking about.
Drop that ass.
Yeah.
And he
Shout
won.
out to Tiana Taylor. Yeah, like, y'all know who I'm talking about.
That's who he won. That's what I'm referring to. What he used to push Chi-Town to show, hey, this is what we do in Chicago. We footwork. And we juke. We juke in Chicago and we footwork. That's what we do.
We also push weight and shit. But yeah, getting back to Brittany Griner. He's a method actor too. We're gonna talk about it. I want to finish. Yeah, I don't, and nobody said poor Paul Whelan. It's like that's like he's a Marine that's been in Russia for about 4 years.
Yeah, now. I saw that. Yeah.
He got sentenced like over a decade for like espionage or some shit like that. So he's been a prisoner at war all this time. So America's trying to negotiate, throw him in too. Like, yeah, Brittany Griner and him, bring him back for this fucking guy that I don't think they should let out back on the street and shit. Yeah.
We don't need to bring back a Merchant of Death or whatever.
You don't need to let Destro back out on the street.
That's not the thing that we want to have on our Like Jumanji, like this. We don't want. We don't need those. Keep that shit over there. We don't need that shit here.
And apparently that the America had been chasing him for years. Finally got the motherfucker. And Russia probably been trying to get him back. All this is our opportunity. Yeah, we'll give Brittany Griner a crazy ass sentence, make him feel bad and shit. And then like they feel they have to give him to us to like get her back home and shit. Like that's fucked up.
It's a shit show.
Whole situation is fucked up.
It's a dumpster fire. It's it's a shit show. But as you were saying that a former is he? Yeah, he's a former NBA.
I don't think he's officially retired. He's just.
But he's semi. Yeah, he might as well. Yeah, he's
But,
semi-retired.
He's most famous for his time with the Knicks and the Cavaliers, who actually won a title with in 2016. I'm talking about Iman Shumpert.
He's from Maywood, right?
Yeah.
Close enough to Chicago. It's Chicago adjacent. Maywood's close enough to Chicago. It is.
He probably claimed Chicago. I'm gonna pull up the story. I want to read all.
Yeah, he got caught there.
I want to read
getting his power on or whatever.
Or what I was gonna say, and getting the shy on and shit is like.
I just got so far behind the shy. I said I think I'm
just tiny spoilers. Like his character is a weed dealer on the show.
So maybe. So if I was him,
like I was method acting. Yeah,
if I was him, that's what I was saying.
That was from the set. Yeah, I was.
That's from the set. This isn't real.
I forgot it was in my car. Yeah.
Wait.
That was from the set.
This is real weed. This is supposed to be fake. This is supposed to. Oh hell no! It's supposed to be fake over it. Like,
I called my agent, man. Yeah.
Get your thespian on.
Call my agent, man. This is some bullshit, man.
And scene. You got,
But his character is basically 6 ounces of cannabis he brought on the plane and shit. Yeah. If you know anything about weed, that's a lot of fucking.
That's
weed.
A lot.
6 ounces.
Think about how much.
Not no little bit of weed.
Think about how much an ounce, like, so the skinny cans of Coke, I said, because like a can of Coke is 12 ounces, but if you got the skinny ones, that's 8 ounces. So think about that liquid. Now think about weed, it's not liquid. So like it's going to be more to make it, because like liquid out the mass and then the difference between weight and mass. So, I mean, I'm being a nerd right now, but whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's like filling up a jewel bag, as we called them back in the day, like a plastic bag of weed, like that.
Yeah. Think about putting like cotton balls. Think about if you like tore up cotton balls and you're trying to think about how many cotton balls would equal 6 ounces. Think about that. Like just like how many cotton balls.
Listed in the article with TSA, there was a sizable amount of marijuana found. So even they listed it, sizable amount. Shit, yeah.
And then you're in like, what was he at? Midway O'Hare. Where was he at?
Yeah, it was in Dallas. Yeah, he
was in Dallas. Okay. Oh, so he was I've been through that airport.
Going to see his daughter, I think. Yeah, something.
I've been through that airport because they had the dogs. Like I said, yeah, because when I went, they had like
found the weed on them and shit.
They had the dogs, yeah, because they will have dogs. The dogs
found the weed.
The dogs are doing like this when you go through Dallas. Because I've been through the Dallas airport, Dallas Fort Worth. Because like the dogs,
they found it on him.
They sweet because they tell you okay, wait. And when they tell you to walk through, they're like, walk through, and the dogs they're sniffing at your feet. They're like, you walk through the little thing, and the dogs are smelling you.
He started going crazy when he walked through that thing.
Dogs are smelling.
Right, when he walked through it.
They got those German Shepherds. The police dogs are there. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's what they do in Texas. They got the dogs out there. Yeah.
So he's been out of the league since 2021. So yeah, so technically he hasn't retired, but
he's out of the league now.
Oh yeah, I don't think anytime so. Well, yeah. Then again, you can't get signed from behind bars because he's facing 2 years in prison. That's what I'm saying. They said he could get up to 2 years. So I think it's safe to say his career is over, especially if he does that 2 years. He probably
him and his wife had a reality show at one time they were on. And then they got like their family, because like I saw them, they look gorgeous on the cover of what was that, Ebony Essence, one of the magazines.
Gorgeous little family they got there.
Yeah, because like melanin was popping on there. I was like, oh shit, melanin was popping. Both like him, the kids, they was popping on that cover. They look good. And then it's like, then you see this happen. It's like, oh. you gotta be smarter than that. Like the lesson here, you gotta be smarter than that. Like you can't have 6 ounces of weed and
there it is. Brittany Griner for Iman Shumpert. We solved it. How to bring Brittany Griner, send his ass over to Russia. I'm just saying, think about it. It's not funny, except it is.
it's a damn shame. I'm still just like all that marijuana. Just
he just all willy nilly. And look, and I forgot about this part. They found a loaded magazine with 14 live rounds. A Glock magazine. So it was no gun found, but they found the magazine. You had a mag with live rounds in the shit, basically. So a full magazine with rounds. There's 14 rounds in that motherfucker.
So like I said, I'm not a gun person, but as a gun person,
right? Forgot the gun.
That's a lot of ammo, correct?
That's right? Yeah, that's a full.
That's a lot of ammo. That's a lot of ammo.
As you say on the streets, that's a full clip right there.
That's a full clip for people who don't know. That's a full clip.
Let's say Glock 19 carries 15 rounds. The 14, that's almost a full fucking mag. That's a full mag right there. Yes. So you had a Glock mag with 14 rounds in that motherfucker.
So at this point, I would just say, you know what? I was getting into character. I was acting. Just blame me. I was acting.
I was air episode.
I was acting.
The shot. This is my character. See, he's a weed dealer. So I was just I was
in character. And I got a little bit overboard. Put some tears on, try to cry on cue, get some sympathy. You got young children, yeah, you know, I can't be away from my wife and my kids. Girls, yeah. You know, and just that's how you try to
show a picture of Tiana like that. I got that waiting for me. Would you? That was your wife. Would you want to be away for 2 years?
I gotta get in, start working my stomach because like her abs make you go like, I need to go in the gym. When you see her stomach, you're like, I need to go to the gym.
You can't be away from that for 2 years. That's wild. Iman fucking Shumpert, bro. But like you said, don't weed is legal in a lot of places, but just don't be dumb with your weed. That's what be smart with your weed.
Like we said, the lesson, everything does not like in America, I think at some point, maybe within the next 10 years, it may be legal everywhere in America within the next 10 years.
Or at the very least, decriminalize like
it may be. I think it's going that way. Because like the revenue they can make and like
I think it's probably revenue close. I don't know how many. It might be close to half that is legal in now. Cause I know New York and New Jersey just legalized it. So yeah, it's Detroit legalized it recently. So it's like it's I think it's getting close to half the states.
Well, Illinois did it. Illinois did it in 2020, January 1st, 2020. Like, yep. Legal in Illinois, and like I saw so many dispensaries pop up in Illinois. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't shout out on commercial F. We had to put the sign up in 2020. Hey, we got nothing left. There, stop putting the sign.
Colorado been ahead of the curve.
Colorado
they've been on it.
Colorado and California too.
They've been on it out there.
Mm-hmm. But I think just this year, I think New York and New Jersey. So you got New York, Chicago, and LA is all legal. That's your big three right there. It's legal in the big three. It's already legal in your big three.
So a lot can come out of it. I think that, you know, if you decriminalize it and you legalize it, and yeah, I mean, I think a lot of positive can come out. Like if they're going to tax you anyway, like that's what they do. They tax everything anyway. So use these taxes to the positive. That's what you need to do. So,
well, you want to let's talk about this other one.
What? Oh Lord!
Like we all know about R. Kelly and his bullshit. Mystical said, "Hold my beer, damn it!"
God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
This dude wants to be R. Kelly so bad. Said, man,
why? Like, why? He's nobody's role model. No, you don't aspire to be like that. No.
Now Mystical got rape and kidnapping charges for a recent incident. It's not the old shit from back in
And what's his government name? I can't think of his government name right now.
Pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't recall his government name right now.
It's not in this article.
He's what, like 51 now, I want to say.
I
know his last name was Tyler, right?
Michael Tyler.
I know his last name was Tyler, yeah.
51 years old.
Yes. So you're a grown ass fucking man. You're 51. You're very grown. You know the difference between right and wrong. And in today's society, like I said, this isn't 20 years ago. This isn't 25 years ago. Like, that's why a lot of stuff, and I'm not making excuses for it, a lot of stuff that was very much rape in the day. It's always been rape, but back in the day, it's like, oh, she got a little drunk and I just slid in. And no, you can't have sex with somebody if they can't consent to it. No, that's rape. Back in the day, it's like, oh, she got drunk and I just got lucky.
Yeah.
But if you try to do that now, you know, like, it always was wrong, but we live in a different society now. So with that being said, you live in this society of 2022. You're very grown. You're 51. You out here kidnapping. Like, I read the article about what the lady said happened, like her story of what she came forward with. And I'm like, he made her like cash app him, and like, I'm just reading like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm getting some of these details now too.
Because he forcibly had sex with her that she did not want to have, and then he made her cash app him.
Raping and choking a woman at his home Saturday.
Held her against her will. And this is like the third time.
This is third one.
This is like the third time he's done this.
Like, first one he did 6 years. I think the second time the charges were dropped.
It was not enough evidence or whatever, so it got
Ugh.
But like, third time is not a charm. It's like, I
won't be playing no Mystical no times.
No shaking fast, no
here I go.
So long since you have some danger. Exactly. He's danger. He is like, it's
bouncing back. None of that shit.
It's sad because, like, why are you out here just
wilding?
Like, what be going through these guys' heads? Like you really can't find someone who wants to have sex with you. Like, you really can't find someone to consent to have sex with you. You really can't. Like,
or even
you really can't.
You can't even hire somebody willing to like do it. So like, even if you can't pull nobody, you can't hire a
sex workers.
An escort.
It's sex workers out there.
Shit. Shout out Stormy Daniels. Trump did the shit. I'm just shit, they can't hire no sex workers. Shit.
But it's just it's so sad, like, just the mindset of some of these guys. And it just really makes you look at stuff differently. Like, when you listen, because like how my mind works is, if I see something like wild,
just like listening to our old R. Kelly songs.
If I see something wild come out about somebody,
Mystical songs now.
I'm like this. I'm looking at the notes, trying like look at like the lyrics and trying like
shake your ass. Opening line for shake your ass. I came here with my dick in my hand. It's like, I can't listen to that. Can't listen to that song the same way. No shit. That's how the song starts.
I can't look. And then Fisher, don't let me leave my foot in your ass. Be cool. So you come here with your dick in your hand, and then you're gonna put your foot in my ass. That's very aggressive. Like, that's like you, sir. That's very aggressive, sir. It very much is. But we were just in there like, hey, we in there just grooving to it. And But now it's like when you listen to stuff, you're like decoding the song and you're like, it might be messages hidden inside these songs.
Parents out of town.
Parents out of town. Seems like she's ready.
Can't be with my dick in my hand.
I can't. I just can't. This is too much. This is too much.
Like, go ahead.
Stop being a creep. Like, it's not that hard. It's not hard. Don't be a creep. If you don't want someone, like, here's the thing. Here's the old golden rule. If you don't want someone to do it to your mama, to your sister, to your daughter, don't do it to them. Don't do it.
Golden rule, treat people how you want to be treated.
If it's your mama, your sister, or your daughter, would you want that done to them? If the answer is no, then don't do it. Yeah. Simple as that. Don't do it.
Let's lighten the mood up with what was funny to me and shit, but it might not be.
Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. That's funny to me. See you laughing. See, that shit is funny.
Tell me when I saw that come up in my thing, apparently
after 9 months.
After 9 months.
Vince Carter said it's over after 9 months.
But here's my thing. It lasted 9 months longer than I thought. So being honest. Because Pete not being funny. Pete is the perfect rebound guy. He is. He's a rebound guy. He's, hey, I broke up with my man. I'm sad. Okay, hey, come over here. And then it's stories out there about him.
Ariana Grande got with him after Big Sean. Something to that kid. She broke up with Sean. She got with Pete Davidson. And now Kim K, like, he is that rebound guy. You might be onto it. Yeah.
He's a rebound guy.
And Ariana dated right after Big Sean. She broke up with Big Sean.
and then Ariana was the one who put the energy out there saying that he had BDE. She put it out there. So now when women, like I said, women, we talk. So if one woman says like, hey, he just, then other ladies get intrigued and want to see what it's like. Because you look at like Pete has a list of sexy ladies that he's like chopped down. He does. He has a list. There was some other, like, who else was the other one? Was it Kate Beckinsale? Somebody. It was another one. He chopped down a couple of, he was getting in. He was.
He ain't no Drake, but he got a pretty nice list.
Yeah, he was getting it in. He was.
Drake is probably like my ultimate as far as like Drake's list is like legendary at this point.
Lil Wayne too.
Wayne got a nice list too. Yeah, Wayne's definitely. Drake or Wayne, that's a good verses. Drake, and I'm not talking about rap either. That's a good verses and shit. Drake or Wayne. That's funny.
So, well, I mean, he fucks everybody now. So we are talking about Dick Cannon. He fucks everybody now.
He be wilding out.
Dad joke. No, because it's like he went from basically quality to quantity now. That's where he's at now. So he's just, I'm just skinny.
Had a list before, yeah.
Yeah. Now he's like, I'm gonna bust everybody. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Now his list is a joke and shit.
Because he even said that you get a baby, you get a baby, you get a baby, you get a. He's just Oprah out here giving out babies to everybody. So he out there wilding, like I said, he wilding out. But are we really shocked that Kim and Pete broke up?
I got my bold prediction. We talked about it earlier.
Her and Kanye get back
I think by the end of the year, her and Kanye gonna be back together.
They're gonna have their Christmas photo with them and the kids.
You're gonna see the Christmas photo released on her Instagram. On the Kim Kardashian's Instagram, like, wait a minute. He's gonna look and like say, "Oh, look at the Chris," and he's going, "Wait a minute,
that's a recent
Kanye."
picture.
And shit, like he's like,
wait a minute, that's a recent picture, and it's Kanye.
He's gonna look like, "Wait a minute, is that Kanye?" He's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, look at Kim with the family." Wait a minute.
But as a man, though, it's like, can you get back with your estranged wife after she was out here gallivanting with this dude?
Getting it in with Skeet.
With Skeet.
Get back with her. Get in with Skeet. I don't even get back with her after that.
And he was chopping her. He was. Like the promo for that.
Them in bed too. Well, like you didn't see her, but like
I saw the because he sent the picture of Kanye allegedly saying like I'm in bed with your wife.
Yeah, we don't know if she was actually in bed with him, but allegedly he posted a picture of the two of them in bed.
And then he did, and then the other thing that like I saw in the promo that they had for like the new Hulu show, and then she's like, "Babe, you want to take a shower with me?" And then he like throws his phone, like runs to like hop in the shower with her.
Sounds like an SNL skit.
Yeah, because the way he like throws his phone, because she's like, "You want to take a quick shower with me?" And he like runs.
I have heard some rumors that the relationship was kind of a publicity stunt too.
Well, I mean,
for the show, maybe it's like
that family.
Yeah, so I was like, it wouldn't surprise me.
After she married Chris Humphries, I mean, everything is pretty much
it lasted longer than that. That was 72 days. It's like 9 months.
Everybody thought that was a sham but him, but poor thing.
I interviewed Robin Thicke during that time and asked him, was that a sham?
Yeah.
He was their wedding singer. I asked, was that fucking shit a sham? And he wouldn't answer it.
And then I guess congratulations are in order for Chloe. Chloe and Tristan just had their second child together.
Okay.
They had a baby boy, be a surrogate.
That's one thing about that family. Like I said, they don't do half siblings. That's why people ask why her and Tristan had another baby. Chloe wanted another baby, but didn't want to have another baby daddy. So she just hit up Tristan, like, hey, like,
let's get a surrogate.
Hook me up.
Let's get a surrogate and let's do this.
Surrogate, hook me up. Yeah.
Because like the comment section be brutal. Because like I saw in a post where it was like Chloe was saying that she wanted True to have a sibling, and somebody wrote, but she already has 2 siblings. And that's the face I just made. I was like, what she does, so I'm like, oh.
So all of like, girls, like I said, Kendall doesn't have any, but all of the rest of them, like, all of their children,
all their kids have the same father.
Yeah, like
Cordy, Scott
Discus, Kim with Kanye, Travis Scott is Chloe, and Kylie is Travis Scott, and Chloe is Tristan.
They all got the same dad. Yeah.
They all like, they don't do the half sibling thing. It's like they have all their kids with the same man. That's why she wanted another baby. She said it had to be Tristan. It couldn't be anybody else. It had to be him.
But he was just the fun guy. That's another way to look at it. Like, was that relationship really gonna work? Like Pete Davidson is 28, Kim is 41. Was that really gonna come on? Was that really gonna work? Like she was a woman who was presumably going through a divorce because she was separated from her husband of 6 years, I want to say.
4 children.
4 children. I'm out here. I just turned 40. I just separated from my husband. Hey, let me get this dude with the BDE, with this BDE that I've heard about. Let me see what he's on.
That's what it said. She
said that she was DTF, down to fuck. That's what she said. She was down to fuck. She said that herself.
She said be in a relationship. Said she was curious. That's what it.
Yeah, so she was just trying to, trying to get her tires rotated. That's all she was trying to do. Trying to get her tires rotated in. But she said that they decided it was a mutual thing, and they decided that they were better off as friends.
Keep an eye on Pete Davidson, because when he and Ariana broke up, he was on suicide watch. So
I think is what's he going to do all the tattoos?
Pete Davidson,
because he has a brand with Kim on. He has a brand of Kim on him. He has like 4 tattoos. Like one of his tattoos says "My girl is a lawyer." Then another one, did he get like all her kids' names tattooed on him?
You better get another lawyer then.
But he has the kids' names tattooed on him. But that was really weird. Like,
yeah, I thought that was whacked. Yeah,
that was weird. That was very weird. Like,
shit, because like Kanye, I'm not dead. Like Krusty the Clown, he's not dead. It's like
and then the other part of that,
father is dead, but the father is very much alive.
The father very much alive, and he's an involved father. Kanye is an involved father. He's involved with his kids.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And then if the father don't even got the kid's name tattooed on him, why the hell are you getting your that's just weird. Like Kanye don't, to the best of my knowledge, Kanye doesn't have the tattoos of the kids on him. He doesn't, to the best of my knowledge.
That's why this afternoon with 100 Growns, he pulled up to SNL. That's why.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, he still got the bunny ears from Ariana Grande on his neck, so I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
The dangerous woman bunny ears, he still got that.
Yeah, but I think I'm done. I had some quick takes. I'll skip them. No.
Quick take from last week that we missed out. Also, another legend we lost, Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Also, Mary Alice from
Mary Alice, yeah.
Different World. Like, yeah, Sanford and Son. She played Fred Sanford.
Fred's sister. Wasn't she Florida's pregnant neighbor who wanted to give away wasn't that her too?
Yeah,
Who was going to give the baby up for adoption, and then she decided not to give the baby up for adoption.
She played they said Double K's Mama in Beat Street. That's what I know her from.
My favorite one is Letty. This is my scene. You teenager, when she yelled at Kimberly when Kimberly thought she was pregnant. I love that scene when she told Kimberly about herself, because Kimberly was out there being reckless. Thought she was pregnant and she wasn't.
She was late, but she had just been working hard.
She was just stressed because of classes and just a lot going on. So then she
having sex with that boy unprotected.
That boy, yeah, she was.
She thought she might be pregnant.
Ooh, I dodged a bullet. Kid was just acting all like, yeah, I dodged this bullet, acting like that. And then, like, she had to tell her about herself, like, you irresponsible, like, yes, like, you dodged a bullet, but this could have been, you got lucky, basically. And you need to be accountable for, like, your shit. So I love that scene when she told about herself. And she also played in The Matrix when she replaced the Oracle.
I forgot about that.
Yep. And she was also Augustus Hill's mom in Oz.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we follow her career. Like, we know about
you probably have seen her. Like, if you don't know her name, you probably have seen her. You probably would know her face. Like, oh, I remember her. Yeah, even if you don't know her name. But we lost her last week. And so I'll do these quick takes, since we wanted.
Yeah, do your quick takes.
You saw a viral video of you saw the liquor store robbery when the dude comes in with an AR and this 80-year-old man is like behind the counter and shoots. He popped him back and said, the old man was ready. Basically, he had his shotgun. And you see the dude run out like, oh, he shot my arm off. Like, that old man that old man wanted to smoke, basically. That old man had his shotgun ready.
Oh, that shotgun had
yeah, old man, he was puffing on the blunt. God damn it.
Well, the lesson here is don't judge a book by its cover. That's the lesson there, is that you saw this old man, it's gonna be an easy robbery. No, it's not.
That's me. That's my 2A lesson of the day right there. Yeah. That old man was armed. They tried to get him. He's like, I got something for that ass. With his shotgun out.
I mean, hey, maybe, like I said, maybe this is the thing that maybe this is the gonna help curb some of like this gun violence with like, okay, like
you shoot back.
These civilians are getting armed and these civilians ain't going for it. We're gonna get fucked, like we might get fucked up by a civilian now. So
I'm Second Amendment all day, goddamn.
Maybe that's like going to filter down.
You think if the slaves were armed back in the day, could they have been enslaved? I'm just saying. That's why I'm pro 2A. You can't enslave motherfuckers with guns and shit. I'm just But on that note, I had to wrap it up on that.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary. Exactly. Rest in peace, brother Malcolm. That's not another damn podcast. 271. I'm trying to think of the number. It's like 271. You like us and what we're doing, you got to get at us and fix it. Got to look nice and neat.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Give us a like. Yeah. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Miss Tasha?
Tasha.
YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how I do it.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Mm-hmm. Also at STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Maybe I'll show that video next week of the old man. Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.